Hey, this is Coaster Chall Reviews, built for theme parks, and welcome to another video. This is a Coaster Chall Reviews, and today we're going back in the past to review a ride that closed. However, it's still near and dear to my heart, and it's a ride that I did as a young kid, and I remember it clear as day because it was so magical, and that is, of course, Toyland Tours at Alton Towers, which operated from 1994 to 2005. Now this was a dark boat ride, water ride, a slow-moving boat ride around a toy factory, and of course in 2006 it became Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with the Roald Dahl licensing. But I did both versions. I didn't do the original one from the 80s up to 1994, around the world in 80 days, because I wasn't born then. But I did do Toyland Tours before it closed, and I did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory before it closed for the Alton Towers Dungeon this year. But of course, this video we're here to talk about Toyland Tours. I'm going to be doing a separate review for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and that experience, because it's very different to Toyland Tours in terms of storyline, theming, etc. So let's talk about Toyland Tours then. So of course, going through the queue line indoors, very magical, nice scenery, nice theming around. Of course, the facade of the attraction was very nice. The nice pink building with the sort of like inflatable letters, like when it says Toyland and then Tours. I know in the trailer back in 1994, the Tours was in like building blocks. And the Toyland was like inflatable writing, so again, I loved that as a kid because it made you feel like, oh, I'm about to go into this toy factory. So going through the ride then, I'm going to pick a couple of my favourite scenes that I can remember, and I can remember quite a few of the big scenes in the ride. One of my favourites, just as a bonus, as an honourable mention. And that is the Snail-electrics. Any of you remember the Snail-electrics with the little racing track and the snails on top of it? Hashtag Snail-electrics. I love that because it was so funny as a kid seeing these snails on a racing track. So quite a contrast. Another scene that I loved was the bouncy castles. The sort of, as a kid, you sort of see like, oh, it's bouncy castles, they're going up and down. When you look back at it as an adult, you think the mechanisms on the bouncy castles were really good because it gives you that bouncing effect. But as a kid, you gotta love it. So I loved the bouncy castle scene. My face lit up every time the bouncy castles came up. Another big scene that I loved was the overload with the sound effects and the you get what I mean. It was the overload, the danger, overload, too many ideas, panic everywhere. That was a real hectic scene and I loved that. And of course the ending scene going into the party before you come back into the station. I loved that scene, absolutely loved it. Nice bright audio, fantastic. And as a kid, you gotta as a kid, I know it was against the rules, but I just wanted to stand up and dance to that party music. Of course I didn't because of health and safety, but there you go. So we're going to review this now like we do with our usual reviews. And we're going to review it with our usual tactics. Well, I say tactics, it's the way we review the attractions here. So let's start with queue line / station atmosphere. Out of 10, I'm going to give that a 7 because the queue line was bright, full of energy, and the station atmosphere with the music blaring out made you feel like you were part of this toy factory. So nice, bright, colourful audio and colourful theming. That's why I'm giving it a 7. Layout for a family dark ride, I'm going to go and give it a good 6.5. I think the layout could have took a couple more turns here and there, but I do feel like it was a nice fun attraction. Theming around the ride, 9.5 out of 10. It made you feel like you were part of the toy factory. It made you feel like you were in there, you were in the fun house, the house of fun. And it felt like a real experience. And as a kid, you feel like you're spellbound by Toyland Tours. So that's why I'm giving the theming around the ride 9.5 out of 10. Overall, then, I'm going to be giving this a good 7 out of 10. Now, the reason I'm giving this 7 out of 10 is because I'm basing it off of my experience as a kid. and I loved that ride. I did it in 2004 and in its final season in 2005. I loved Toyland Tours as a kid. When I was 4 or 5 years old, going on 6, I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. It was one of my favourites. So overall, and actually to be fair, I'm going to change the overall. I'm going to give it 7.5 out of 10 for overall. I'm going to change it a bit and give it an extra half. So I loved it. I absolutely loved it. So there we go. So 7.5 out of 10 for Toyland Tours. Again, I'm going to be doing a separate review of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory theme. So make sure you stay tuned over the coming weeks for that. These reviews only come out if there's no news stories or vlogs from any attractions and things like that. So reviews are going to be a big thing for the channel. Reviews and vlogs are going to be a big thing for the channel once we get more trips in. Of course, April 13th, York Dungeon. Stay tuned. And of course, Alton Towers in the summer to try out the new dungeon at Alton Towers. So again, can't wait. I really want to get Blackpool Pleasure Beach in this year. At some point. Obviously, it would have been nice to get Thorpe Park for the 40th anniversary, but I don't think that's on the cards this year. I'll probably have to wait until the 2020 project goes up for Thorpe Park. Of course, this Halloween, I'm not going to plan this far in advance. I don't usually plan this far in advance, but I'm just too excited for this year. I really want to get back out to York Hallows Scream at Halloween for the opening night, like I did last year. For the press night, which should be good. And of course, this year I put it off for the last couple of years. I'm wanting to go out to Alton Towers Scarefest this year and try out the mazes, which I'm really looking forward to. So, thank you very much for watching this review from Toyland Tours at Alton Towers. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a video. My name is Coaster Chall. Keep living the coast off, my dudes, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care. Have an awesome day, my friends.